What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Let's get right into today's clip that I found from PragerU, where this guy is going around at UCLA asking students why they believe it is okay to be transgender but not transracial. And the level of hypocrisy on this video is really impressive. So let's watch this together, and I also grabbed some comments from it. I'll put at the end. Let's get right into it.
I want to show you a couple pictures of prominent figures rocking blackface and get your reaction to it. Is that all right?
Very interesting. I did not. Okay.
This is Rachel Dolezal, who was a president of a chapter of NAACP, who identified as transracial. She said that she was born in the wrong body and that she identified as black. This is Ted Danson at the Friars Club Roast in New York City. This is Sarah Silverman in blackface on her TV show.
Yeah.
What do you think of when you see these images?
It's not good. It's really bad.
Do you think people can identify as a certain race?
No, I do not believe you can identify as a certain race.
So do you think identifying as a different race is offensive?
This is a very good question. I think, I don't know. You can't become something that is recognized off of skin color if you weren't that skin color your whole
Right,
life.
because it's biological. Do you think that people who claim transracial are making a mockery of real black people?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about woman face. Have you guys heard the
Now,
term?
this is crazy. Before he gets into that next question, you can tell the level of disconnect that these people have, because a question like this should be obvious that it's a leading question. But they don't even see, if he was to ask me, hey, do you believe you could be transracial? I know the next question he's probably going to ask me is, hey, do you believe that somebody can be transgender? I know that because I can think critically. I know that's exactly what he's going into. But these people, it's crazy how they don't see this at all. And their response to this next question, to being transgender, is completely opposite to being transracial. They can't see somebody being transracial, which is on a huge spectrum. But they can see somebody being transgender, which is binary. It's biological. You can't just watch this, man. It's crazy.
Term woman face?
No.
Have you heard this term? So this is men who identify as women and then they benefit socially and financially from many cases. Do you guys know Dylan Mulvaney?
No.
So he transitioned, and after he transitioned to a woman, he has millions of dollars in brand deals. You have Leah Thomas, who has William Thomas, ranked very low on the swimmer scoreboards. After transitioning, was #1 in the country.
It's bullshit to me that you reap benefits for something you're not.
I think that is a completely different story. Being transgender is something where you can genuinely be born with different biological features or whatever, and that doesn't contribute to gender or like societal norms at all. I think those are two completely different things.
Is woman face offensive?
I don't think that's woman face. I think those are people who were born in the wrong bodies, who are becoming themselves.
So if you can identify...
So if you can see somebody being born in the wrong body, being they were born as the wrong sex or gender, according to your ideology, why can't somebody be born in the wrong skin color? Why can't I feel like a white man right now? Why can't I walk around and be like, you know what, I identify as a white man. I'm a white dude. You know, I got 800 credit score. Hey, I'm a white man. My grandfather identified as a white man. So, I mean, you know, I'm white. Why can't I do that? Why can't you see that being hypocrisy? You can't see, it's not logically consistent. If you can be born in the wrong gender, you could be born in the wrong skin color, in my opinion, according to your logic, if you was going to be consistent.
Identify with a different gender, why can't you identify with a different race?
The biological side of it, because race has no biological connections whatsoever. It's purely based off of physical appearances.
I just asked you if it was biological, you said yes.
It is recognized off of skin color if you weren't that skin color your whole
Right,
life.
because it's biological.
Or I mean, sex has biological backings, but gender is not. Gender is a spectrum.
Why is it socially acceptable to be transgender, but it's not socially acceptable to be transracial?
I think that's they're very different things. I think that I don't know how to phrase this in a way, but I would say is
Glitch.
I wouldn't say I'm educated enough to have the proper definition of separating the two.
But what about like how Rachel Dolezal, she said that she was born in the wrong body, that she really is black. Why is that any different than being born in the wrong body and being a woman or a man?
I don't know how to explain it, but I know that it is.
I feel like people,
What?
they have the freedom to do what they want.
Bro, that is probably the craziest answer I have ever heard in my life, bro. You can literally apply that to anything. You can give that response to any question. To any question. That's crazy.
Is that an endorsement of transracialism?
Kind of got me, huh?
Do you see the hypocrisy here?
I do see the hypocrisy, but I don't think the hypocrisy is like, I'm not trying, how do I phrase this?
Maybe it's like, if I want to be a dragon, I can just be a dragon or something.
Why is it socially acceptable for people to identify as a different gender, but it's not socially acceptable for people to identify as a different race?
Well, I don't know. That's a great question.
I hear a lot of people on this campus today that say the black face is wrong, but the woman face is totally acceptable. Why is there a double standard for race and gender?
That I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Dang, man. You can tell these people are just scared to say what they really want to say. This is so sad to me, man. But let's read some of these comments. So the first comment says, I do see the hypocrisy, but I don't think the hypocrisy is like, I'm not trying, how do I rephrase this? And then he says, there's no way to rephrase it other than it's hypocrisy. Like she tried to justify the hypocrisy. It doesn't make any damn sense. Next comment says, this video asked a very simple question, but many couldn't give an answer. You can tell these students are either totally brainwashed or dared not to say anything opposite to what's being taught at school. Best video of the season. Thank you and keep it up. Yeah, it's really crazy. It's really, really crazy. And I don't know which one it is. I don't know if they're brainwashed or I don't know if they're scared or I don't know if it might just be both. Like you can't really tell who genuinely believes, what they're saying and who's just holding back what they truly want to say. It's really hard to tell. Next comment says, the fear of these people being canceled as they can't find the right words to explain this is both hilarious and troubling. It's really scary. Next comment says, I don't know is the first step to learning and also relearning. Respect to the people who are humble enough to say it rather than the ones trying to double down and justify it. Yeah. When that woman was like, hey, man, I'm not educated enough to have, this conversation. There you go, bro. That's the best answer you can give. Even if you just don't want to have the debate, just say that rather than just try to come up with some BS on the fly. Next comment says, I wish I could write. I don't know how to explain it, but I know what it is on an exam and then hope to get full marks. Yeah, that was the craziest response ever. That is crazy. Next comment says, I love how one girl said she sees the hypocrisy in the situation, but still tries to argue for it. It is one or the other. Either it's hypocritical or it's legitimate. You can't have it both ways. Yeah, that was wild. That was wild. People like them, you can't, you won't win a debate. But that was the last comment, guys. And let me know what you think. I thought this was just, I thought it was interesting just, watching these people get a question that is going to lead to another question. And the answer that you give on the first question is going to expose your response or your hypocrisy on the follow-up question. So the fact that they can't see that is really mind-blowing to me. But anyway, let me know what you think down below. Let's talk about it in the comment section. And if this is your first time on the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button for more content. See you on the next video. Peace.